Okay, AOC finally responded proudly concerning a high school yearbook photo that proves she grew up in a wealthy suburb. She said, "See, I told you I went to high school."
And I can tell you, I know that when I was waitressing and struggling to put food on the table, for a while there, I did. I tried to stop caring. I tried to just keep my head down, work my shifts, and accept that this is just how things are. But that is no way to live, Arizona. It's no way to live. What I do know is that we don't have to live like this. And in fact, we cannot live like this anymore.
This is ridiculous.
Greg Gutfeld and Megyn Kelly didn't just take aim at AOC. They tore through the entire spectacle with razor-sharp sarcasm and dead-on critiques. They dismantled her viral outbursts and hashtag activism, stripping away the theatrics until all that remained were ring lights and secondhand embarrassment. From TikTok tirades to make-believe economics, they exposed the stage-managed illusion behind her social media persona. If AOC was hoping for cheers, all she got was awkward silence and possibly a few interns quietly sliding out of view.
This nonsense from AOC that he should be impeached is just absurd. Absurd. There's no... Okay, get back to me when you've read the Constitution or get a law degree, because you sound like an... There is absolutely no ground to impeach the president. He 100% was within his constitutional authority and his congressionally authorized authority to do what he did on Saturday.
AOC. What? She's kind of fun in a silly but earnest, wrong but adorable way. She's like your daughter when she comes back from her first year at Brown, full of half-baked, half opinions, in need of some gentle, patient deprogramming. But people have to realize new faces doesn't mean new ideas. Drives me crazy. AOC has never introduced a fresh idea or issue in her life.
Gutfeld didn't even need a warm-up. Just mentioning AOC was like flipping on a built-in laugh track. To him, she's less a congresswoman and more a walking sketch comedy bit that wandered out of a writer's room and accidentally picked up a security badge. Every time she grabs a mic, it's like watching the Constitution get reinterpreted by BuzzFeed.
She's like an 80-year-old leftist in a used bookstore. I mean, she may look fresh, but she's as stale as an abandoned futon on the street. It's like, I listen to her, I go, I heard that at Berkeley in 1983. So their problem is, and the reason why they don't have any ideas is they operate on half opinions. Like what?
He kicked things off by mocking her obsession with going live. Gutfeld joked that AOC treats every Instagram stream like it's the State of the Union for influencers, complete with a panel of self-declared experts. Not that it matters. She usually walks away armed with a few trendy buzzwords and a game plan scribbled on a napkin. According to Greg, her political hot takes feel like leftovers from a college protest microwaved. Mushy and somehow still undercooked.
So by now you heard that AOC, among others, were arrested last night. She truly is an American hero. It was brutal, taken out in cuffs. Well, technically, her shirt had cuffs. Maybe French cuffs, as she did surrender without...
He tore into her flair for drama, saying AOC treats every Capitol Hill hallway like a runway, and every policy disagreement like she's auditioning for an Emmy. Legislative debate. More like an improv group therapy session. Loud, off-topic, and with her always playing the lead, even when the bill's going down in flames.
As for whether it's a good idea, that's a debate we should be having. And look, if we could get congressional approval of the specific action, fine, I'm okay with that too. If you want to bring it to Congress, go ahead and see how that goes. I don't think it's necessary, but...
Then came the policy takedown. Gutfeld compared the Green New Deal to a glitter-covered school project big on ambition, light on math, and possibly drafted in crayon. He joked that AOC approaches legislation like she's assembling IKEA furniture, blindfolded, no instructions. All confidence and when it all falls apart. She just blames capitalism for the broken table.
Oh, let's do it. What happens? You have repeat criminals wreaking havoc. What if we have sanctuary cities? Hey, let's do it. What happens? Finding sanctuary, safe haven. What if we give trans rights? Oh, you just ruin women's sports. You ruin safe spaces. You make kids' lives hell. But
Gutfeld had a field day, mocking her influencer lifestyle. He joked that AOC cranks out more videos than a TikTok creator on an energy drink bender, just with less accuracy. He imagined her staff meetings as a chaotic mix of filters, catchphrases, and someone ranting about climate change while snapping selfies in gridlock. And when it came to her emotions, Greg called her political meltdowns, Shakespearean dinner theater for Twitter. All drama, no depth, and served with a side of hashtags.
There's a beautiful little town called Yorktown Heights in Westchester. It's not the fanciest of Westchester towns, but it ain't the Bronx by any measure. And the reason this is relevant is because a congresswoman who you may know as Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez has been telling us for years that she is from the Bronx. And recently she had a fight with President Trump over tweet, text, truth, whatever. And she played tough and said, "Oh, don't you mess with me. I'm a Bronx girl, and we eat Queens boys for breakfast."
Then Megyn Kelly stepped in quiet, but deadly precise. While Gutfeld brought the fire, she brought the scalpel, slicing through AOC's persona piece by piece. She started with AOC's brand of performative intellect, saying, "The Congresswoman speaks with the confidence of a TED Talk, but delivers the depth of a cereal box."
But if her pants had cuffs, she would have pretended to be in leg irons too. But real handcuffs, not so much. But that didn't stop her from pretending. And I hate it when people do this to me. When I ask people to put on handcuffs and they say, "I'll just pretend I have them on," I'd be like, "Sure, and I'll pretend to pay you after."
Kelly tore into AOC's moral grandstanding, dragging it through the mud with calm precision. She said, "AOC swaps out facts for outrage and trades nuance for hashtags. She doesn't debate, she performs." Kelly quipped that every press conference feels more like an audition reel for a drama only AOC thinks is real, complete with spotlight-ready soliloquies aimed at her personal camera crew.
And respectfully, AOC, well, that's real cute, except she only lived in the Bronx until she was age 5, when at best you're in usually kindergarten, maybe first grade. And she spent the rest of her childhood, 1 through 12th grade, in Yorktown Heights, which is Westchester. And by any measure, it is richer, nicer, and more white collar than the Bronx, with all due respect to my friends in the Bronx.
Megyn also took aim at AOC's fixation on her origin story. She joked that AOC talks about her bartending days, like she single-handedly discovered poverty. If her campaign had a tagline, Kelly said it would be, "From cocktails to Congress, a revolution in red lipstick." Meanwhile, Gutfeld jumped back in to mock her media battles, saying AOC seems allergic to reality and hopelessly addicted to applause.